What is up, everyone? My name is V, and I don't know anything. For the last few months, One Piece has been running a worldwide ranking poll, where people across the world, not just Japan, everywhere, could submit their favorite characters every day. It felt like it ran for months. I'm pretty sure it was running for a long time. Well, finally, they're starting to release the results. Today we have the characters ranked from 200 to 151. I'm almost certain there were more characters than that, but they don't make the list. We're starting off at 200 and we're going all the way up to 151 for this video. We're going to go through the characters. I'll tell you about them in case you forgot, because One Piece is loaded with characters, and I'll give you my opinions on the list at the end. Let's get right into it. At number 200, we have Portuguese de Rouge, Ace's mother. She's the definition of a minor character, but her actions played a big role in the story and determined how Ace's life turned out. Big props to her. 199 is Gamma Pianosuke. He is the toad that was with Usohachi Usopp through Wano. He made it on the list at 199. 198 is Chimney. She's from Water 7, at the sea train station with Kokoro. I didn't really like her. I didn't like her gag, but she made it 198. 197 is Virgo. He is part of Joker's organization, Doflamingo. He has the full body arm and hockey on Punk Hazard. 196 is the bona fide legend, Hattori. He is Lucci's pigeon, and he dresses just as nicely. This man, like I said, is a legend. He is 196. He beat Virgo. 195 is Charlie. That's like how she's a fortune-telling shark mermaid on Fishman Island. She is Arlong's sister. She played a big part during the Fishman arc. 194, Vinsmoke Sora. That is Sanji's mom. Her love for Sanji, changed the way he went, slightly different than his family. Big props to her. 193 is Kanjuro. He is a red-haired dude with a paintbrush. He is big friends with Kinemon and the rest of the Scabbards. His important actions in the story, don't want to spoil if you get to that later. 192 is Jean Bart. He was a slave freed by law in Xiaobaudi Archipelago. He joins his crew, one of the major members of it now. 191 is Sindri. She was Hogback's zombie assistant with the plates. I hated her gag, but her backstory is definitely sad. There's a lot more to the bark than meets the eye. 190 we have Momonga. He is a vice admiral. He was one of the ones who showed up in Ennis lobby with the Buster call. He once sent to, Amazon Lily to pick up Boa Hancock, etc. 189 is Toko. She is an Oiran in training. She laughed at Orochi, which made him go berserk during Wano. 188 is another legend, Mont Blanc Cricket. This is him post-time skip, and we haven't seen him in the anime, but he was the dude on Jaya with the chestnut on his head, descendant from Norland. 187 is Speed. She's the horse gifter Tama obtained, let's called, with her fruit. She helps Tama out a lot now. She hops sides. 186 is Shakuyaku, Shaki. She's Rayleigh's friend and a bar owner on Xiaobaudi. She used to be a former pirate. She helps the Straw Hats and, Rayleigh out. 185 is this this guy. I don't want to say mean things, but Saint Charlos. He's the guy Luffy beat up. He's the one who shot, Hachi. We don't like him. 184 is Jack. He is a 1 billion bounty calamity with the mammoth fruit. He was on Zao. He's now on Wano. He loses a lot for some reason. The 183 is Kaya, Usopp's childhood friend from Syrup Village, his hometown. She was training to be a doctor. She likes Usopp. I think Usopp likes her. Watch out for this ship. 182 is Koza, Vivi's childhood friend in Alabasta, who led the revolutionary side of the Civil War. Another ship with Vivi. If you're into those things, start shipping everybody. 181 is Babanuki. He's the chief warden of Udon with the elephant smile. I have no idea how he beat everybody before this list, but Wano's going, so it's a little popular. 180 is Mononosuke. He's Odin's kid with the dragon fruit, and big player since almost looks like a Punk Hazard. Surprised to see him this low. 179 is Mancheri of the Tentada. She's the princess. She's the healing fruit. What's that called with her tears? Absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable. At 178, we have Otohime. She was Shirogoshi's mother, who gathered signatures in the Fishman Island flashback, one of my favorite parts of the arc. Made it bearable, because Fishman was not one of my favorite ones. 177 is Spencer. He's a member of the Roger Pirates with a long red hair and a ponytail. I don't know much about him. Yeah, that's all I got to say on him. 176 is Smoothie. She's a sweet commander with the fruit that lets her drain liquids from things on Whole Cake Island. She's one of Big Mom's daughters. And 175 is the Straw Hat Humanized. I could not find a picture of this. I think this is just various things Oda drew in his SBS. I do not know what that looks like. My Google Foo failed me. At 174, we have Maynard, the Pursuer, who's a Marine who was beat up by Gambia and got beat up and turned by Bartolomeo during the Colorado Coliseum during Dressrosa. At 173 is T-Bone. He was the right-angle-obsessed, bony-looking Marine in the Puffing Tom between Water 7 and Ennis Lobby. I think Zorro beat him. Yeah, 172 is Lucky Roo. He's a meat-eating officer of the Shanks Pirates, been around from the beginning, showed up to Marineford, was there in Luffy's town, always seen with that bone and meat on his thing. 171 is Toki. She's Odin's wife and the user of the Toki Toko no Mi with the time fruit. Plays a big part, sends everybody forward. 170 is Stussy. She was the queen of the Pleasure District and invited to as an emperor of the underworld to Whole Cake Island. She's a CP0 member. That's 169. Surprised to see him this low. Apu. That's like is the long arm super rookie who can turn his body into instruments. One of the supernovas with the worst generation. Hate to see him this low. 168 is Black Maria. She's a super tall Tobi Roppo. We know I'm not going to say anymore because that doesn't look like she's been in the anime yet. So look out for her. She'll be important. 167 is the legend Sengoku, who's the fleet admiral during the pre-time skip with the Buddha statue fruit. Legend. He's still sticking around the Marines. He just went around doing his thing. 166 is Sandersonia. She's one of Hancock's sister, and she has the football head and the slim body. Super strong. That's an interesting design. 165 is Shachi. He is Law's prominent crew member who doesn't have penguin written on his hat, as opposed to his other one that looks very similar. You know, they're a lot of times gags. I cannot believe this guy is this high. 164 is Gyro, who has the crab-handed pirate Hordy obliterated when first demonstrating the energy steroids. Why is he even this high? 163 is Spandam, was the CP9 commander with the elephant sword in Ennis Lobby. You know him, how he abused Robin. You know, just a big mean dude. We hate him. 162 is Marianne. She's Miss Golden Week. She has the color trap, fruit with her paintings. She can change people's emotions if she gets you. This was on the, Little Garden. Don Krieg, a legend, was the pirate with the gold armor that attacked the Verity back in East Blue. It was when we first got Sanji on the crew. Olivia, whatever you want to say, that's Robin's mother. That's called, we saw what happened to her when Robin's home island was attacked with the Buster Call. The legendary Hiking Bear at 159. It was hiking, called, in Drum Kingdom. Completely minor character, but every character you saw, Hiking Bear is more popular. 158 is Beji Capone. He's a super rookie who can turn into a castle. He has a kid and a wife now. Loved him in Whole Cake Island. Whole Cake Island gets a lot of hate, but I love it. 157, Fisher Tiger. He was the fishman freeing all the slaves and giving them the Mark of the Sun in the Fishman Island flashback. Died when he couldn't accept human blood. Saved Kawa and the Boa sisters. 156 is Jaguar D. Saw, another legend. So many legendary characters. Was a giant who befriended Robin in her flashback. 155 is Tatch. He was a former 4th Division commander murdered by Teach to get the Yami Yami no Mi. His death made Ace go after Blackbeard. A very influential character, super minor. The Lord of the Coast was the Sea King at the beginning who ate Higuma and got punched by Luffy. He took Shank's arm. This man injured more Yonko than most people can say. 153 is Quina, Zoro's childhood friend who died by falling down the stairs. Zoro uses her sword now, Wado Ichimonji. She looks a lot like Tashigi. Some thing at play there. Tom he was Frankie's father figure who built the Oro Jackson and the Puffing Tom. Again, so many good characters, but they do not make the top 150. And yes, Sui from Wano, he was the blue-haired silly guy with the Giga Chadley sacrificed to keep the rebellion plans of the Alliance a secret, and he makes a fool of himself claiming he made everything up. That is the 50 characters, 200 to 151. That was a lot. Quick, we went through them. Hopefully you remembered everybody, because let me take a look at this list as a whole and see how the community voted. Man, you have, what's his name? This Gyro at 164. He played no role. He had no character. You have Gyro above Sengoku. Oh my god. You have Gyro above Black Maria. You have Gyro above Jack. Dude, a lot of big Wano players. Not only under Gyro, they're under Hiking Bear. Mononosuke, too. His position is really surprising because we've had him for multiple arcs. And guess the watchers and the readers just don't like kids. Especially pervy kids, I guess. Let's see. Portuguese de Rouge. I mean, some of these, are really minor characters. I'd expected Virgo maybe to be a little higher, but One Piece just has so many characters, and I personally like the Virgo has food on his face gag. That was pretty funny. Bart, that seems reasonable. Who else do I feel? Otohime, Mancheri. I like those characters. A lot of the princess characters are pretty good. Otohime and Fisher Tiger, they make the top 200. My least two favorite arcs in One Piece have been, Thriller Bark and maybe Fishman Island. Every arc is a 10 out of 10 for me. I love One Piece, but they're the ones who they're like the low 10 compared to the high 10. But Fisher Tiger, Otohime made Fishman Island bearable, especially with that Sanji gags. Oh my god. Hiking Bear 159. That's right. Hiking Bear is in the top 159 One Piece. Crazy. Tom, glad to see him made the list. Lord of the Coast. It's called. I'm guessing that if I remember the format for this is every day you get to pick a certain amount of characters to send. So you could pick your actual favorite characters, and then since you can only send a limited amount, Luffy, Zoro, the really big fan favorites are going to have a lot of votes. But if you were dedicated to the craft, the memes, you could potentially sneak a lot of characters into the top 200. So yeah, surprised to see Scratchman Apu. He is one of the supernovas. Sad to see him this low, but I guess him and the other one, man, this is that bad that I can't remember his name off the top of my head. The one with the wings. Hey, those two, haven't been given the treatment like others. I'm surprised to see Beiji Capone. I really liked him in Whole Cake Island. He was a great character. I loved his arc when he got introduced and he teamed up with Luffy. Oh my god, dude. I love it. I love the little art change they did for that, just even for that scene. Beiji Capone with the family. Great stuff. But yeah, there's just a lot of trolls like Babanuki. Krieg, I'd love to see him on the list. I feel it could have been higher. I don't know. But it's been a long time since the East Blue arcs. But he's definitely memorable. Who else do we have here? Jaguar D. Saw, another memorable character. Makes sense. He's minor, but big impact on the story, especially Robin. Tom was that figure for Frankie. It's a surprising few of the ones who are really few. Like a lot of the Wano characters, you would assume that since Wano's been running for a while now and, recency bias, you see a lot of those characters a little bit higher than, we're seeing them. But, dude, everybody under Spandam feels bad, man. But Spandam, honestly, Enies Lobby is like my favorite arc. And it makes sense that one of the biggest villains that you would just love to hate is ranked this high. I could have seen them higher, honestly. Because, this isn't necessarily like a best character list, right? It's like popularity. Right? It makes sense why Spandam is as popular as he is. Surprised that Miss Golden Week is above him, though. That's funny. But dude, Gyro at 164 above all those characters just doesn't make sense. That's a giant big meme. Queen at 153. Yeah, there's a lot of characters from the Straw Hats past that made it scratching the top 200. I can't wait to see the next list. I'm assuming they're gonna do 150 to 100 or whatever. We'll get to see. Because the thing is, right now, I honestly can't say who even get left off the top 200 or who made it through. Like, we're gonna be like looking at a character in like the 150 to 100 range, or then the 100 to 50 range, and like, hey, they're not here. They must have not made the top 200. And then you get a big meme appearance in the top 50. That would be hilarious. Yeah, like Vince Smoke Sora, she's from Sanji's past. A lot of these characters. Momonga, he made top 200. He's probably one of the Vice Admirals I actually know. Because there's quite a few of them, but he's been shown a few times. I kind of like his character. He's pretty decent for a Marine. Smoothie made it. Dude, I bet you, like, how many children does Big Mom have? 60, 80, something. Dude, she has a ridiculous amount. So, if you're a Big Mom child made it into top 200, you've made it. Yeah. The Thatch, a minor character, but he did influence the story, so it makes sense. So yeah, Sui could have been higher. The recency bias and everything that happened with him is pretty sad. But yeah, this is the 200 to 151 list. It's hard to say which characters should have made it or which shouldn't, because until we see the entire full list, Because like I said, characters we think might have not made it actually, for whatever reason, made it to the top. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll definitely be doing the rest of the popularity polls as they release. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.